And can I say a belated ho 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 and a hoo 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 and a ha ha ha. And yesterday I watched 3 classic goodies all together. I'm not talking about Hers Below, I'm talking about Lethal Weapon from 1987, followed by Home Alone 2, and right before that was Home Alone 1. Absolute fuddy-duddy classic movies. You're probably thinking, Jude, have you not watched Die Hard yet? Well, that'll be coming up hopefully today if time allows me. But of course, when the Rolling Stones once sung Time Is On My Side, well, I think time could be running out for Naughty Dog and Neil Cockman, because they really do hate their fan base now, or what's left of it, quite honestly. And by the way, folks, if you're new to this channel, you'll see more images like this compared to male feminist propaganda crappy videos like this from Neil Cockman, the CEO of Naughty Dog, who stands nervously at the pulpit of absolute feminist ambiguity and starts talking about how we need to get rid of problematic sexualized characters and replace them with nuns.
Are going to be her role models from other stories, and I don't like what I see.
That's right, Neil. Keep stuttering away because you're a real clear expert at public speaking, aren't you? He's such a soy latte. I feel sorry for his kid. In fact, it wouldn't even surprise me at this stage if Neil Druckmann decided to trans his kid, just like David Jaffe, who used to work on the old God of War games.
When I say to you the issue is the writing, and then you say, no, it's the message. You can never put pro-LGBT messaging in games. People don't like that. You know what they also didn't like back in 1940, 50, and 60?
Big tits, little feet.
But on that one, folks, let's get into today's video because, quite frankly, it's a bit of a firestorm. It truly is. Don't you agree? Well, just keep standing there and I'll just keep looking down your top.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
So courtesy of the Fandom Pulse, Naughty Dog's Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, and I've got to say, I've got to pump the brakes here, folks. That is the most ludicrous title I have ever heard, but it's only a precursor to what's coming up in this video, folks. The trailer received 524,000 dislikes. This is more than Concord, which is absolutely hilarious. I mean, Concord at this stage is being vindicated. Yes, we still can't we cannot forgive it for the god-awful character design, but seriously, I'd rather look at somebody like Imari or the other nameless characters in Concord compared to this piece of shit right here. The bald-headed mixed-race coot who leans back in her red chair or her red jacket plonked against a leather chair as if to say, yeah bro, come get me. Of course, Titi Gabrielle, the actress behind this god-awful face, went after people a few days ago with her masculinity drink with the Witcher's Siri, the Witcher 4 version, which looks absolutely awful. So the newly announced game of Intergalactic, which is what we're just going to call it, folks, because who the fuck is going to walk into a video game shop and go, excuse me, have you got Intergalactic the Prophet Heretic, please? You don't know what I'm talking about. It's the new Naughty Dog game by Neil Fuckman. Oh, you haven't got it? Okay. So these statistics are absolutely hilarious, folks. It's received over 256,000 dislikes. This is not the Concord trailer, this is the Heretic trailer on PlayStation's upload of the announcement. Again, the only reason why it got a lot more momentum, it came straight off the Jeff Keighley Game Awards of 2024. I want to say game, I mean G-A-Y-M-E, like the Y-M-C-A. So in comparison, Concord's reveal cinematic trailer only got 41,000 dislikes, which is chicken change compared to what it is with the Heretic. Now, what Fandom Pulse does, they actually go to break down how these statistics are the way they are. So the Heretic Prophet at 2.1 million views compared to Concord's 592,000 views. Nevertheless, not only does Intergalactic have more overall dislikes, but the percentage of people who dislike the trailer is nearly doubled compared to Concord. So 12.19% of everybody who watched Intergalactic destroyed it. In contrast, only 6.92% of people who watched Concord, including me, disliked it. Only 4.26% of people liked the Intergalactic trailer because quite clearly they're off their medication, while 1.2% liked Concord's reveal trailer. I think I remember liking it, but just for the reason that it was absolutely cringe, and I think, why not, right? In what world do we have a big bushy-eyebrowed, bald-headed coot like this woman right here with one boob? How should we get excited for this person? We cannot. Oh, and get this, the Concord gameplay trailer received 1.1 million views with just 8,500 likes and 85,000 dislikes. That means just 0.77% of people who watched the trailer gave it a like and 7.72% disliked it. I tell you what, maths was never my strong point. But when I look down below, I can tell my AI model is 36, 24, 35. How's that? I told you we cannot get away from this god-awful image right here, but this is the official Twitter X page of Naughty Dog. And I may take you down to this image. I've got to take a bit of a breather, folks, because quite clearly, this is... Oh, wow. If you haven't seen this, so an official artist at Naughty Dog drew this picture. I'm going to say they used AI, but maybe they drew it off their own free will. Now, I want to blow this up for you because you just have to look at this. So, in case some of you aren't familiar with PlayStation or Naughty Dog and what their video games are, I'm guessing most of you are, but for those of you who are just new, so we won't focus on the men at the moment, just the women, because when you look at this image right here, it's all female centric. In other words, one is attractive here, and that's Chloe Fraser from the Uncharted series, the old series of games, not the new one. I don't like the new one at all. And this is Joel's surrogate daughter, Ellie, who looks like her normal self from the 2013 game. And who's behind Joel? He's murderer from The Last of Us Part 2. Shabby Abby Johnson with the halitosis and the muscular man frame of three Hulks bounded together. You've got this piece of shit character up here. It's almost like this version of Joel here. And by the way, I've got to point this out, folks. I was disappointed people who reacted to this didn't actually spot the obvious that I did. Both Joel Miller and Nathan Drake, for me, the absolute goated male character in video games, they're both middle-aged. They're both emaciated because apparently they never heard of food, or they're on a Neil Druckmann malnutrition diet, probably the same diet he gives to his kids. They're all sat next to Titty Gabrielle. Oh, welcome to the PlayStation family. Well, I've got news for you, PlayStation. Fuck your family and fuck you. I mean, two legacy straight white male characters, but they're taking retirement now because we're making way for the women, folks. Nobody gives three fucks. They really do not. Tell me again how this character right here, Jordan, whatever the fuck her surname is, tell me how she's going to be well received by the community out there. She is not. This game is absolutely cooked, and I can't wait to see the demise. That's my reply right here, which is basically Abby and Jordan being crushed to death in the thighs of a beautiful female AI Santa, and throwing back some shade on Tati Gabrielle's Instagram story where Nathan Drake is like saying, yeah, bro, you mad? I really do like that, actually. God, I do like her, Jesus Christ. But we want to go, because if you don't know this, folks, Naughty Dog were hiding their replies, which is rather interesting. So if we just do this and view the post engagements, we're going to see what people actually thought about this post. So these are all the replies that Naughty Dog wanted to hide. They could have deleted them, but they actually just hid them in the hope that people are very stupid and they don't know how to access the information. So here we go, Concord 2, and Jordan has a wig, an afro wig of course, and peculiar sunglasses. Oh, and this is the thing that got people I mean, again, this artist, Neil Druckmann, Naughty Dog, all the remaining activists who work there, they're obviously in on the act. Whether you're celebrating with old friends or new, we here at Naughty Dog hope your holidays are filled with joy and festivities. Art by Naughty Dog concept artist David Blatt. Well, David Blatt is an absolute amateur and is just completely, well, maybe he's sucking off Neil Cockman. You never know. So Olia here says, Naughty Dog, the most woke video game company, once again wants to hear from you gamers, because they are deleting and hiding all their replies. They would rather censor gamers, but hope to sell the next woke DEI game. Good luck with that. No one wants that DEI slop. Well said, actually. And then you got John Hamm from, I'm going to say it's from Mad Men, or it could be another film, where it's like maybe Christmas or go broke. Yep. The mad archfiend of Shimano. Damn, Jak and Daxter are so disrespected by their developers. You know, I'm kind of happy Jak and Daxter ended with the New Frontiers. Wasn't the best game in the series, but it's still beloved as a franchise, unlike other Naughty Dog games of late. Well, that's extremely true. Doesn't even mention Jak and Daxter, effing joke of a studio. They absolutely are. Where's my true boys at, Naughty Dog? Yeah, you're not going to see them again. If I'm not wrong about Jak and Daxter, they had a very busty female character in it. I'm pretty sure I'm correct about that one, and if I am, I'll insert a video right here, and you can go.
That ain't no bug.
And you're too scruffy to be a creeper. So, what's your game?
Yes, Crash Bandicoot, one of the all-time greats. Absolutely F you, Naughty Dog. You did not deserve to win Game of the Year 2020 for The Last of Us Part 2, right? Remember, they got it for that because it was a virtue signal, because Jeff Keighley was probably rubbing one off on Neil Druckmann and thought, yeah, you're going to get your award, Neely Wheelie. And the attacks, the so-called verbal attacks on Laura Bailey, because she was getting harassed by people, yet wasn't showing 1 ounce of proof that this was actually happening. You know, I'm kind of glad this is happening in a way, because it marks the decline, the demise of Naughty Dog as a once great studio out there. And yes, I do keep harping on about the Uncharted games. It's not all I play, but the original 3 were fantastic. And why I say Uncharted 4 is not as great, because the character of Nadine Ross was so disliked by Amy Hennig, who was working on the game, that her and Neil Druckmann did not see eye to eye, and she left the project. And he sat there thinking, I get to have my male feminist way now. I'm going to introduce everybody to this shitty character. And I remember my friend at the time, and he's still my friend now, was playing that section where you as Nathan Drake couldn't land a punch on Nadine. This is a paramilitary trained woman who's all buffed up so she can take a punch, but she's allowed to hit you, but you can't hit her. I don't know why video games have become like this. Again, I'm being absolutely ironic because I do know why. It's because DEI, ESG, Larry Fink, apparently everything in the West is offensive now. You can't make people laugh. You can't make them have a conversation by the water cooler at your workplace. And by golly, if you're Ubisoft, they are not comfortable with you owning their physical copied games. So Ubisoft, you can go and stick your heads in a toilet as well. But on that one, folks, if you were me, and if I were you, and if you were her, the great titties, you should come back for me coming for you with the next video.
Watching the hot babes prance around in their skimpy little bikinis, you know, just how they jiggle. I get that special tingling feeling in my tail.